Okay, so the first question is, could you just talk a little bit about Craig, how you know him, how long you've known him?
Well, I think I probably knew Craig since he was a little kid. Being that I started in Timor in like 1987, so I knew Craig and all those kids that he grew up with, and just kind of fun watching. I watched him grow up. I knew his family, and they lived pretty close to here, and his brother Troy, and I've known them both since they've been little kids. So it was fun to watch him grow, and I make excited to see that he's doing well and teaching and coaching and probably having some fun doing what I do.
Does it surprise you at all that he's a basketball coach?
Not really. I think those kids, we've had a lot of kids kind of grow up in Seymour. I think they really enjoyed athletics and enjoyed their childhood, and kind of grew up in the gyms. And Craig's team especially was a great team, and played at a really high level and played for a state championship. And I think those things sometimes draw kids towards a life in teaching and coaching, and you kind of get to be a kid your whole life.
Definitely.
And that probably fits Craig pretty well.
Yeah. One of the kids' questions, which I thought is really funny, is they asked if you guys did and if you still do the Badger dribble and 1 and 2 ball dribble as much as they do.
Yeah, I think we start every single practice with either Badger dribble or two-ball dribble, and I wonder if he has them do two-ball dribble 3 times, straight down back, hesitate, and then hesitate and cross.
Oh, yeah.
If he does, and if he does, you're a good man, Craig. I know that kind of drives our kids crazy too, but just we use it as a warm-up drill, and it's good stuff. I'm glad he's still doing that. I'm glad to hear that.
It's pretty funny. If you can, I mean, I'm sure you can remember back, but what kind of player, explain a little bit, what kind of player he was in high school?
Do you think I was getting senile? Like I don't remember.
I know, that was rude. I'm sorry.
No. I remember Craig, vividly growing up, and a couple things I remember. First, as a player, he was a tough kid and a really good competitor. He didn't like to lose at anything, and whenever there was competition on the line, he'd sell the house to win, and that's just probably kind of how most of us are. But he was a really competitive kid, and I remember a tough thing I think for Craig and a couple of guys, and I think they're pretty good friends now. But when Bobby Kuta moved to Seymour, and all of a sudden we had 2 guards, and it was interesting. It was an interesting dynamic because I didn't know how a new kid coming in was a good player who would be accepted, and all of Craig and all of his teammates, I think they just wanted to win. They realized that this kid could probably make us a little bit better, and I was just amazed at how that whole dynamic worked out, and they all accepted one another, and they were kind of just all in it to win. It didn't really matter how we got there, but to me that's the thing that sticks out about that class. They just wanted to win, and it started with Craig and the rest of those guys he played with. It was to this day I think that that group was one of the best that we've ever had here, and is a group that has had as much toughness and will to win as anything, and that's kind of what I see in all those guys even today. No, yeah, we got we got some guys who are some teams who are really good and really talented, more talented than that group, but they're not as good because they're just not as relentless, and they're just not as tough as that group was. And that was a special group. A lot of people ask me, what's your best group? And I think, even though we got, we lost in a crazy shot at the buzzer, I mean, that group was like our favorite group to coach. Because they just wanted to win, and they came, they just lived hard, and they played hard, and it was awesome. It was a fun group.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, that's for sure. One of the other big questions is, did he talk a lot? And was there a difference between his attitude on and off the court?
I don't remember. Like as like a big talker. I mean, I don't want to say he's quiet, but I don't think he was loud or anything. I think he was vocal when he had to be, and I think he was kind of a little shyster behind my back, like most high school kids are, and that's why he hasn't changed either. He's one of those guys that you turn your back to, but look twice because you never know what's coming. But he was a fun kid to coach, and. He was, I would say, a pretty normal high school kid.
And then the very last question was, could you talk about maybe one of the most memorable games that you coached from that class?
Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of them, but I think the one that sticks in my mind, obviously, is the last one. Mm-hmm. That was the Catholic Memorial loss, right?
Yes.
And I mean, I can't even remember that name. I think Griffin Ledoux made a three at the buzzer, and that hurt a lot because I think this was maybe the best team we ever had, and we shot 70% from the field that game, played absolutely awesome, and got beat. And I remember, even guys like coming off the bench, Jared Johnson had a great game against them, and Lips was just the kind of team that it was. One day it'd be Kevin or Steve, and next day it'd be Bobby or Craig or some guy off the bench. And to me, I remember the closeness of that group, and that was, to me, that was their strength. Those guys on and off the court were together, and they fought together and they went down together, and that was a hard loss for all of us. And when I'm all done, and probably a few years left if I'm fortunate enough to see my boys through, to this day, it's the hardest loss I've ever had because I felt like that group deserved it and they had paid their dues, and I just felt like that group was raised and they had everything and they had the toughness to do it, and we kind of got robbed. But Craig and his buddies, that was a very vivid memory and a very memorable one for me. And I'm glad that Craig's pushing it as a high school coach, and hopefully he's trying to get a group of kids on the same page and fighting to do the best they can every day. No, and even after that, we won a couple state titles after that, and it's just. It wasn't the same because to this day, that's hard. I think you could ask any coach on our staff, you could ask Wilson or Cornell or Van Dyke. That group was kind of like our group of guys. And sometimes as a coach, you got to try to fight and beg and plead and try to get kids to do it the right way. And to sell it. We didn't have to sell anything to these guys. We just said it and they did it. That was the beauty of that group.